Wings GM cites Caitlin Clark to explain WNBA draft pick trade chatter. Dallas Wings GM Curt Miller shared an interesting stance about the potential of trading recent top WNBA draft picks. The Dallas Wings secured the No. 1 pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft as a result of the draft lottery that took place on November 23. This is a massive win for the franchise, which now has its second consecutive No. 1 overall pick and will have its pick of players to pair with Paige Bueckers, who won the 2025 WNBA Rookie of the Year award after her stellar first season. There's going to be a lot of chatter about the Wings potentially using this pick on Azzi Fudd, who is Bueckers' girlfriend and former teammate with the Yukon Huskies. But there are plenty of appealing options to choose from. While the consensus is that this might be a deeper WNBA draft compared to recent years, there isn't an obvious choice for that first overall pick like there has been in the last two drafts. Last year, there was no doubt that Dallas would take Bueckers, and the Indiana Fever had perhaps the biggest no-brainer pick in draft history in Caitlin Clark. Wings GM Curt Miller mentions Caitlin Clark amid potential WNBA draft pick trade talk. Wings Executive Vice President and General Manager Curt Miller spoke with the media in the wake of his team securing the 2026 WNBA Draft's top pick. When the topic of potentially trading picks was brought up, Miller shared an interesting sentiment. Drake Keeler of the Ajax Basketball made an ex-post that read, Curt Miller said he's already received more calls about potential trades for the number 1 pick in the upcoming draft than he did in the lead-up to the 2025 draft. This post got a lot of traction, making some wonder what Miller was trying to say. Keeler then provided context by adding, teams haven't bothered in previous years with a consensus top pick. Keeler made a subsequent ex-post that quoted Miller again and read, the Caitlin Clark draft, there was not going to be a trade, Paige was not going to be traded, but it will be interesting, and it makes our job fun to listen to those phone calls that come in for the number 1 pick. And we'll do what's best for our franchise. In other words, Miller is saying that because there isn't a clear choice for the 2026 draft's No. 1 pick, there's a greater potential for that pick to be traded, at least compared to when Clark and Bueckers were the first picks of their respective drafts. That's not to say Miller will be trying to trade this pick, but this makes for an interesting storyline to follow until draft day.